The hallowed halls of London's High Court have seen many things, but few moments have been as chilling or as deeply confusing as the sight of Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, appearing physically shaken and mentally adrift under the piercing gaze of a cross-examiner. In a staggering turn of events that has sent shockwaves from the gates of Buckingham Palace to the manicured lawns of Montecito, the man who has made truth-telling his personal brand appeared to falter on the most fundamental truth of a father's life, the birthdates of his own children. As the Duke struggled to provide a coherent timeline of his family's most private milestones, a heavy silence fell over the courtroom, leaving spectators to wonder if the relentless pressure of his legal crusades, and the controversial influence of his wife, Meghan Markle, has finally pushed the prince to a breaking point where reality and scripted narrative collide. The moment the memory failed. For a man who has written a 400-page memoir detailing every perceived slight from his youth, the sudden inability to recall the specific entry dates of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet into the world felt like more than just a senior moment. Under oath, the reliability of a witness is everything. When the defense barrister pressed for specific dates to verify the timeline of alleged tabloid intrusions, Harry's hesitation wasn't just a pause, it was a chasm. Critics argue that this lapse exposes a fundamental detachment from the very normalcy he claims to have found in California. It is impossible to discuss Harry's current state without acknowledging the shadow of Meghan Markle. Since their departure from royal duties, the Duchess has been the architect of a brand built on victimhood and high-stakes litigation. While Harry fights these battles in London, Meghan remains the polarizing figure behind the scenes, often cited by royal experts as the driving force behind the couple's aggressive all-or-nothing legal strategy. Her penchant for controversy, from the fallout with her own father, Thomas Markle, to the shifting stories regarding her time within the palace, has seemingly created a cloud of chaos that now envelopes Harry. Many believe that the Duke is so preoccupied with defending Meghan's controversial reputation and feeding the Sussex narrative that he has lost touch with the basic facts of his own life. The courtroom stumble highlights a growing critique of the Sussexes, that they are more committed to the performance of privacy than privacy itself. They claim to want a quiet life, yet they engage in a 9-week trial that forces every intimate detail into the public record. When you are constantly managing a complex public image, the real details, like a child's birthday, can become secondary to the emotional truth being sold to Netflix or Spotify. Critics point out that Meghan's history of forgetting details, such as her cooperation with the authors of Finding Freedom, seems to have rubbed off on Harry, leading to a pattern of selective memory. The Duke's inability to recall his children's birthdates under oath isn't just a mistake, it's a symptom of a life lived entirely through the lens of a PR strategy. Royal Commentator Analysis. The title of Father is one Harry claims to prize above all else, which makes this courtroom amnesia particularly damning. If he cannot remember the real dates of his children's births while testifying in a case meant to protect his family, what exactly is he protecting? The trial has revealed a man who is paranoid beyond belief, a state he attributes to the press, but many observers point the finger back at the high-stress, high-controversy environment fostered by the Duchess. Meghan's controversial legal wins, such as the suit against the Mail on Sunday, provided a blueprint for this current battle, but Harry lacks her poise under fire. His emotional outbursts and memory lapses suggest he is a man drowning in a script he didn't write, struggling to satisfy a wife whose ambitions often seem to lead them directly into the eye of the storm. As the trial continues, the Duke's credibility hangs in the balance. This isn't just about phone hacking anymore. It's about the psychological toll of a life built on a foundation of public grievance and controversial alliances. Whether Harry can recover his standing, or if this lapse is the first of many cracks in the Sussex facade, remains to be seen.